how you became an employment to entrepreneur counselor from a person who was working for Government of India for half a decade.
Thank you for the question, Priyankini. And I want to say, whenever we decide our calling, it's just not one thing, but it is a series of things that come by. While I was with the Government of India, I got myself into different personal development courses, learning from mentors, both Indian and abroad. So every time I used to attend these shows, every time I came back, I was like, I am not the same person. With learning coming my way and learning from the right mentors, I always say mentors have a huge role in your life. That shaped my personality. A very important thing, Priyankini, that I identified wherever I went, there were these bunch of people who were entrepreneurs, and they were the people jinko chutti nahi leni padti thi. They never had to ask their boss. But then eventually I realized that as fancy as it seems being your own boss, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. As Spider-Man says, with great powers come great responsibilities. The next part was, okay, Nirupama, you are putting in so much of money in your learning. So what do you want to do about that? And I realized that though I was getting the skill set, I was getting the right mentors, but my mindset was that of an employee, because that's what I'd seen. I'd been born into a family of government servants. I had been there with people who were all in 9 to 5. And I realized that there was this missing piece, because of which, in spite of learning so much, I used to end up taking up a job. And whenever I used to start out, a part of me would say, would this work? Would this not work? Oh, I'm better off in a job because ultimately that's going to give me a steady paycheck. And I realized this is what happens to most of the employees, because they have not seen enough entrepreneurs around them. So to take that transition is not easy. And at the same time, while they are walking ahead, they doubt themselves. They would take 5 steps ahead, but they will go back 3 steps behind. And eventually you end up taking those 2 steps. And I was like, is there a possibility I could really empower people in telling them that, hey, the path onto which you are, it's the right path. The fact is, it may not give you immediate returns, but the returns are liable to come in 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line. The moment we are close to that finish line, we give up. And we are like, ye nahi chalega, this is not going to work. And with all of those self-doubts and things that are there in our mind, we don't take that plunge. In olden days, they used to say a carpenter's son is a carpenter, a blacksmith's son is a blacksmith, and an employee's child is always an employee. And I wanted to break that. Whatever your mind can conceive, it's very much possible for you to achieve that. That's Napoleon Hill talking.
Wow, that's so nice, whatever you said.